Well, happy Monday. Listen, I am so elated that you're here. I hope that you had the most amazing weekend. I hope that you spent time with family and friends, loved ones, or just relaxed at the house, whatever worked for you, right? I hope that you enjoyed it. I am Chelselia Cookie Payne. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm the founder of Pain and Glory Incorporated and of Pain and Pews Mental Health and Ministry. This entire month of July is dedicated to Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, also known as BIPOC Mental Health Month, which is Black, Indigenous, People of Color Month. Um, and it was started by B.B. Moore Campbell. And we are just glad to be able to share with you some information, some resources, some hope, some help during this time that we share together. I'm not sure why I'm looking at the screen. I'm not sure why my there's a lag time it appears to be, but we're not going to let that stop us or bother us. Listen, technology, gotta love it. But we're going to move ahead because I want to share with you. We're talking about this month of July being uh, Black or Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. And we're going to talk about a topic tonight that I don't think that we give much thought about. I think we think. Let me put it this way: I think we think about it, but we're not doing as much talking about it. And it's about the critical connections that we have. So we're going to be talking about the critical importance of human support during times of uncertainty. And if ever there was a time of uncertainty, I think we're pretty much in it. We've got COVID, we've got monkeypox, we've got racial injustice, we've got um, all sorts of things that are taking place politically. There's a lot going on. People have experienced losses, whether those losses were in physical death, jobs, relationships, marriages, friendships, businesses, partnerships. There's been some uncertainty. Now I just rattled off a lot of different negative things, but there have been some other things that have taken place that fall up under the uncertainty too that are not bad. There have been weddings, there have been births, there have been promotions, there have been people starting new businesses, people whose businesses have grown, people whose businesses have thrived, people who have started ministries, people who have started organizations. But all of that was done with uncertainty. All of it. All of it was done with uncertainty. So when I want you to keep in mind that when we're talking about in times of uncertainty, that can go for any range of the spectrum. We're talking about things that we literally have just not seen or experienced. So we're gonna dive into just kind of talking about, as I said, excuse me, the critical importance of human support during times of uncertainty. So most of us have that one person we can always count on, right? You can call them up when you get nervous about a job interview or frustrated with a family member or even grieving the loss of a loved one. They always seem to know the right thing to say to make you feel a little better about the situation or a little bit more confident about yourself and a little less lost in your sadness or confusion or stress, right? But now we're facing what literally is a global crisis. The things I mentioned earlier is not just here; it's everywhere. With the pandemic, with all it affects us globally, unlike anything we've really seen before. And when our anxiety spikes, many of us respond by pulling away from friends and family. But now more than ever, we need to keep the people we love close. And here's why. And I'm going to go through a few, just three or four, just a few things. But we've seen in the past 3 weeks or less, a spike in the COVID cases. We've seen more on the news about the spreading of monkeypox. We've seen all these things. We've seen the shootings and all like that. Again, I'm listing these negative things, but we've also seen, as I said a moment ago, people who are having these beautiful little babies. These are all scary things. These are all uncertain things. And sometimes, not just sometimes, we need to have that person or those people that are close to us close by. So here's the question: why do we need human support and connection? Now, keep in mind, we're still talking about Minority Mental Health Month because we, as a community of people, sometimes we know the importance of connectivity, but life sometimes gets in the way of that. So whether you're connected to our work or our family or our hobbies or our friends, they have a huge impact on our lives. So how does having good friends benefit you? Now, according to the Mayo Clinic, a good friend lessens your stress, makes you happier, a good friend. Makes you feel more confident, a good friend. Gives you a sense of belonging, helps you to deal with challenges you face, helps you to quit or avoid unhealthy habits, and reduces your risk of major health problems, a good friend. Clearly, now, good friends are good medicine. Not only do they improve your mental health, but they can improve your physical health too. With the increased anxiety that we're experiencing, we need all the help we can get to stay happy and healthy, right? But where can we find good friends? Here's the second point: good friends. Where are they? Where can you find them? You probably have more connections to potential friends than you think you do. At work, at play, volunteering, or community events at church, you might find people who become your good friend. There is a potential danger, though. Forming friendships with toxic people can rob you of your joy and your health. When you notice the red flags, when you notice a little something's not, listen to your heart, listen to your head. If you notice red flags, just saying, notice the red flags. Here's another question: what does a good friend look like? If I'm talking about, if I notice the red flags, flee from them, what should you look for in a potential friend? Well, they look for, typically, you look for who you are. They're genuinely interested in your thoughts and your feelings. They're comfortable opening up to you and you're comfortable opening up to them. They're supportive, respectful, and trustworthy. And keep in mind, these things that I'm saying they are, but make sure that you find those same qualities in yourself. And you feel safe and happy and comfortable when you spend time with them. And keep in mind, as I said them, but the qualities you look for in a friend, but make sure that you possess those qualities to be a friend. With a network of friends that meet these qualifications and these standards, you can face almost any challenge, including a global pandemic. How can you maintain these relationships while social distancing or trying to make sure that you maintain yourself while staying safe and healthy? What are some ways to maintain friendships while social distancing? Because here's the thing: many of us, myself included, have met people that are not even here, that I have met that are not even in the same city as me, same state as me. That's a great thing. Although social distancing may seem like the enemy of making and maintaining solid friendships, there are ways to work around this challenge. I was just talking to someone yesterday, literally just yesterday from California. It works, it is possible. Wonderful lady, wonderful, right? Regular communication is vital to any relationship, whether they live across the street from you or they live across the country. Now, here's some creative ways to keep in touch while staying safe and healthy, right? Video chatting, which is what we do a lot. We do a lot of Zoom, we do a lot of FaceTime. We master that. Phone calls. Now, if you're not a pick up the phone and talk kind of person, you know how to text. That's what works for you, right? Sending a card. You know how awesome it is to get a card in the mail. You know how awesome that is to have a handwritten message that comes to you. Sending a thoughtful gift in the mail. I did this the other day. I went on Amazon. This was literally about 2 Saturdays ago. Went on Amazon and sent something to someone. It took me the longest time was trying to find the right thing for the person. And then boom. Playing online games. That is so much fun. Have you tried it? If you haven't tried it, try it. Many have been using video calling apps to take a coffee break together, cook together. I have a friend who does that. She actually once a week they get on, I think on Wednesday nights, and they cook a dish together on through video on Zoom every Wednesday, and even take a gym class together. You can do that. Go out, go walking, whatever. Modern technology allows us to do this all together with more of our friends while maintaining a safe distance, if that is what makes you feel more comfortable. And a lot of us during these past 2 years, some of our friends have moved away and they no longer live where we were before. That doesn't mean that the relationship has to stop. Don't let social distancing be the reason you miss out on the benefits of having good friends. With just a little bit of effort, you can keep your friendships long and strong and happy, and then make some new ones. The how, here's the last little bit. How can I be a good friend to others? I kind of went through that earlier a little bit, but having good friends is vital to our health and happiness, as we said a moment ago, right? Right? But to make friends like that, we need to know how to be a good friend ourselves. Here are a few things that you can do to be the kind of person that attracts good friends. Notice I said attracts good friends. You're not going to go out there and just come here and be my friend. But you got to attract a good friend. So number one is be a good listener. This is one of the most important parts of being a good friend. People can tell when you're giving them your full attention and listening compassionately. It will make them feel appreciated. Because what happens, you know what it feels like when that's reciprocated. It's amazing. Next, open up. It can be challenging to share your feelings with others, but opening up to your friends shows that you can trust them and that you want to connect with them. And the third one, make time for them. Good friendships take time and work to build. They are worth the effort. If you make time for your friends, they'll know they're important to you and they'll make time for you too. Keep in mind, we're still talking about minority mental health awareness because this is what's going to help our mental health, to be around people, to be able to come out of the comfort zone and be around others and build healthy friendships. When your anxiety is overwhelming, a good friend can be like a shelter in a storm. A storm of challenges that you're facing right now may not go away, but a good friend can make it what? Bearable. Bearable. Their support will lessen the frustration and anxiety you're feeling and help you to deal with the situation in a healthy way. So Now's the time to lean on your good friends and let them lean on you. Like I said, we're talking about minority mental health. You need a friend, they need a friend. Having your friends to lean on, to pray with you, to strengthen you, to encourage you, to laugh with you, it's amazing. It's amazing. And remember what I said. If you are faced with some toxicity, distance yourself. There's no reason why you should not distance yourself from those that are emotional leeches that are doing more harm than good. If they're always asking for money and all, if you're always the one sustaining and supporting and doing all the work in the relationship or the friendship, eh, red flags. I'm talking about the good ones, the good friendships, because this is important. This is important. We're talking about minority mental health. This is important. Sustainable relationships is important. So, listen, that's what I want to share with you on today. Please don't forget that coming up on September 17th, we will be having our 8th annual Pain and Abuse Mental Health and Ministry Conference. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out on this. Registration is now open. Go to painandglory.com and register. I promise you, you don't want to miss this. These dynamic speakers are going to, you'll just have to see. And if you miss it, well, but I don't want you to miss it. So I want you to go on www.painandglory.com and register. Plus, we're going to be honoring our 2022 Trailblazer of the Year recipient, Miss Charlene Flagg. Oh my goodness, you do not want to miss out on this. Oh my gosh, we're elated about that. Elated. So don't miss out. Plus, whew, the end of this month, so next Monday, I have a special announcement. Next Monday, I have a special announcement that I don't want you to miss. So tell as many people as you can to join us on next Monday, 7 o'clock p.m. right here for a very special announcement that I'll be making. And it's about these particular broadcasts and what is coming next. And I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying to not tell y'all ahead of time, but I'm gonna keep it in until next Monday. But until then, until in the in between time, I hope that you have an amazing week. Make this week intentional. Go and call a friend, text a friend, send a friend a card, do something. Go make new friends. Find your old friends that you were close with, not the toxic ones. Leave those. And listen, make yourself available to your new friends or your old friends. This is the time. It's needed, right? Right. Don't forget this whole month, Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. I look forward to seeing you next Monday, where I'll be sharing a special announcement. I will see you then.